Second Esdras, chapter 13, verse 31. And one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem Rakakadash, for blessing me with the spirit to do this lesson. Now, I've done videos on this topic many a times, but the more and more I see it, it's showing you that these uproars are getting more and more violent. That's going to be the title of my lesson. The uproars will become more violent in these last days. Because like I always say, people are fed up. People feel like they got nothing to lose. So when people feel like they got nothing to lose, they lose it. Right? And they have a rage in them that, they need to let out. And this is all being done because the wicked is in rulership, man. And people are in mourning. They're in the mourning. They're in a state of mourning, right? And then that state of mourning turns to a state of anger, and they have to take action. So, like it tells you in Second Ezra chapter 15, it tells you that the people was going to take matters into their own hands, right? Let's get it. It says, Second Ezra 15, I'll start at 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another with swords in their hands. And right now the swords are not out, but that's coming, man. Like I said before, it's going to go from peaceful protests, yelling and shouting and throwing bricks and bottles and all those types of things, to people actually bringing weapons out, man. Guns, knives, machetes, creative weapons, right? Machine guns, all that. To where people are not going to go home. There's going to be dead bodies just on the street, man, being picked up the next day or something. That's how it's going to get. It says, for there shall be sedition among men, and that's the seditions is ramping up, man. You got more protests and more speech telling people to rise up against the leadership, rise up against the government. Right? We got to take back our country. The citizens are being treated the worst, man. They're being treated unfairly. Right? This is the sedition that's being pushed out throughout the whole earth. It says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Yeah, they don't regard their leaders, their lawmakers, right? The what's the word? Pretty much the rhetoric that they're pushing out to say that it's in the name of safety, it's in the name of democracy, it's in the name of making people's lives better, but people are not seeing that. People are not feeling that, man. So people are saying, like, man, this shit ain't adding up. Their words are not adding up with the actions that they're bringing out. And that's going to cause a man to go crazy and act, man. Right? So let's play this. I don't want this to be too long. Yahweh Shem Yahushua willing, the elect be edified. Hey, man, check this out. Now, there are Israelites in Nepal. That's borderline Asia, India, right? There are Israelites over there. But for the majority, they are heathens, right? The majority of the people over there are heathens, man. And these heathens, we are in the day of their destruction, man. We are in the day of their judgment and their payback from the Lord for what they have done to the children of Israel, man. It's not getting no better for these nations, right? It's not getting any better because here it is. The so-called white man is oppressing you in your own country, so-called, but you got time to hate on Negroes teaching the Bible. You got time to hate on Negroes that come in the store to buy something, man. Your hatred it runs deep for the Israelites too, right? These Indians, man, at 7-Eleven and at the gas station, they give you mad attitude, man. These Asians, you already know how they treat you in the nail salons and then the hair salons and then the weave shops and then the 99-cent stores or whatever. Right? You already the Chinese restaurant. You know how they get down, man. Right? These nations got smug, nasty ass attitudes toward Jake, man. So the Lord said in Jeremiah 30:16, he was going to, everybody that oppress you is going to be oppressed. Jeremiah 30:16, it says, therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured. Right? And all of thy adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. So the Lord ain't playing, man. What you did to his people, he gonna do to you. Right? Double. It's over for you nations, man.
Les gens qui ont les plus grandes fortunes sont taxés beaucoup moins en proportion que les gens de tous les jours qui vont travailler pour cette grande entreprise, justement. On sait que les milliardaires ont augmenté ont vu croître leur capital quasiment de 14 fois depuis 96. Et il y a quelques niches qui s'enrichissent, quelques-uns qui s'enrichissent. Par contre, ce qu'on voit parallèlement, c'est que la France...
And this is the same thing that everybody is saying throughout the earth, man. Even here in America, everybody's saying the same thing. The rich are getting richer, the poor are getting poor. They don't give a damn about the everyday man, right? The civilian, the working man, they don't give a shit about us, right? So, and we at the end, man, people are fed up and people are gonna, start, taking it to another level.
Les franges populaires s'appauvrissent.
Oh my God. Bring you this video coming into our newsroom. Federal authorities clashing with protesters today at an ICE processing center in suburban Chicago, deploying tear gas canisters at one point as vehicles attempted to exit and enter the parking lot. Now, the protests coming as ICE is in the middle of Operation Midway Blitz, that is part of the Trump administration's immigration crackdown. And News Nation correspondent Allie Bradley is live at the immigration facility outside of Chicago. Allie, what's been happening there?
Yeah, hey, Natasha, things have flared up here a couple times this morning. Right now, things are pretty calm, but there is a Border Patrol vehicle inside of that facility that just dropped off some illegal immigrants that they apprehended on targeted enforcement operations this morning.
And they still rounding up the Northern Kingdom, man. They still rounding up you Northern Kingdom Jakes, man. Because we've been telling you, you got videos where Northern Kingdom Jake saying that so-called Negroes were right the whole time, man, about this devil. And soon the tribes are going to come together. They're going to realize that they got a common enemy and that this devil is the problem, man. Right? It's prophesied to happen. The devil can't stop it. It's going to happen, man. But you see the uproars, man, all over the earth. Italy, Philippines, Netherlands, and Europe, right? Nepal, you see it, man. This second Esdras 9 and 1. And he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made, man. How do we measure the time? Through prophecy. We seeing what's going on in the world, and we measuring. Okay, this happening. This is happening. Right? That's happening. We're getting close. We're getting real close. Right? It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people. This is how you know to measure the times when you see uproars of the people. You just seen it, right? It says, and uproars of the people in the world. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So the Lord already mapped this out. He said this was going to happen in the beginning, right? Verse 5, for like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. We at the end, man. Right? We at the very end. We at the tip of the end, man. America, this whole kingdom is about to fall off the cliff. And you got Israelites out here fucking playing, man. Any day this country can completely flip, man. America can completely flip into chaos and unlawlessness, man. But yeah, you out here playing, man. You better get right.
We're kind of waiting for them to come out because every time a vehicle comes out of that facility, tensions really flare up. So we've seen that happen over and over this morning. At one point, an individual stood in front of one of the government vehicles, got on top of the hood of that vehicle. That's when we were seeing tear gas and pepper balls deployed down here. Things really, really heightened at one point, escalating. But right now, as you can see, there's probably only about 30 to 40 individuals still out here. DHS has come over the loudspeaker several times today, calling for an order of dispersal, saying these individuals are.
Look at these devils. They up on top of the roof shooting paintball guns or pellets, whatever it is in there, man. You know, hurting the people or whatever. When this devil is clearly in the wrong, man. Right? This devil is clearly in the wrong. You know, you had something go on in Dallas, an ICE facility where 3 ICE agents got shot. Right? They saying it was the left. Right? The left, you know, equals anybody that's against America and its policies, man. So soon they're going to try to do away with free speech. And that's okay because, you know, the Lord said, and this gospel shall be preached throughout all the earth, and then shall the end come. So when the gospel has been preached throughout all the earth and the elect has been activated, the Lord's going to shut the ministry down, and then there is going to happen the judgment, man. And the Lord is going to do his second phase, you know, as far as the hunters and as far as, you know, his judgment's ramping up, man. This devil thinks that he's in control. You're not in control, man. The Lord is in control. Whatever move you make, it's because the Lord put it in your spirit to make it. You can't do nothing on your own, just like we can't do nothing on our own. The Lord is the executive chairman, the executive producer, whatever you want to say. He runs the show. Not you fucking devils, man. So make your move, man. The Lord gonna make his. Make your move, please, man. The Lord gonna make his, man. You don't understand. Every day you wake up and make a move, it's just closer to your end, man, and your destruction. This is 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 7. I'm gonna end it here. But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. And that's what we're doing, man. We watching. We remaining sober, right? In this truth. We're not going to and fro with every wind of doctrine. We're not getting drunk back in the ways of America, Babylon the Great, Babylon the Babylon the fallen, right? We're watching and we're praying that Yahweh Shem Yahushua brings this place down and we get up out of here, man. Right? Because it's coming. So I'm gonna leave it there. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua willing, the elect was edified. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Rakakadash, for blessing me with the spirit to do this lesson. To the next lesson. Shalom.
Obstructing federal law enforcement from doing their job. Now, we actually heard from the lieutenant governor earlier today as well. She was out here saying there's no reason to disperse. They have every right to be out here peacefully protesting. But take a listen to what she had to say about why she was out here this morning.
And I'm out here today with that same kind of spirit of speaking out and making it clear that this is a time for courage, and it's not just courage, it's action. And so I'm here with my neighbors to let them know I stand with them, and I want to not just speak, but I want to act.